And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They begin the drive with Charles. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
30 on the carry.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg. Stewart. It's wearing the tight end with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Stewart on 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack working free that time to take him down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Stewart. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 13.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stewart. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
come out throwing here on first down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be tackled at the 23. After a gain of 3.
Scotty Miller. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
17 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Tackle made at his 40.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Number 2.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards. First and goal from just inside the 5. That's out to the left flat and complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
This Washington 7, Buccaneers 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Intended for Evan Ingram. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stewart. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Tackle made back at the 10-yard line.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Oh, had to get it up, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Chandler Catton.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
Well, for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
On first down, Stewart. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down now, it's Charles. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Going to go play action. Here's Stewart. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
He's across midfield.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Oh, my goodness. I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 36-yard
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 2nd and 6. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They run it. It's Charles. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucks have made this a 1-score game.
His kick.
And he knocks it through.
Makes this Washington 14. Buccaneers.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Complete.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Quick pass out to Miller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And the Washington first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And some space here. Touchdown, Washington. Leonard Fournette. His 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
35-yard line.
Going for the deep ball. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
35-yard line.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 25 yards that time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Washington.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Five yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Touchdown, Washington.
The ball carrier,
Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown of the night. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
the Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second down, here's Stewart. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 3.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. No. 18 Cardinal.
To throw is Stewart. From the gun on 3rd down. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stewart. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Hayward brought him down.
Casey Hayward makes the tackle. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
At the 37-yard line.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he's free going down the left side. And it's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now Stewart, 2nd down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 41-yard line.
Stewart now, operating from the gun. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Line 6. Quit talking about it and bring it.
To throw again. Stewart. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 57 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
You better be afraid of me. 55 is my guy. 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
I'm about to make a play.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
7.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's the fullback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Leonard Fournette.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes this Washington 41. Buccaneers 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, They're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Stewart looking to throw on second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Stewart. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Stewart. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And some room to maneuver. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Dallas Goedert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
Washington 48, Buccaneers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now an inside handoff for Charles. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, it's Charles. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Stewart on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He can run for it. And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, Stewart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw it with Stewart. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Tonight's finals, Washington.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number.